The giant whale is chained and has been trapped in these waters for centuries by the king, only for swallowing ships by mistake. The whale is in tears and longs to be free, until the day he meets Effendi in the burrow. Effendi rides the burrow into the giant whale's nasal cavity, where the burrow's wings keep stinging him, and a super sneeze frees him from his bonds once and for all. The burrow is a sacred horse in the heavenly realm, but it accidentally falls into the water, and Effendi saves it. In order to repay Effendi for saving his life, he turns into a donkey and guards him, and brings Effendi 2 BMWs, but also destroys the wheat field, and Effendi decides to sell the 2 BMWs to compensate for the farmer's loss. At the fair, the king tries to take possession of the horses, but the donkey tricks the king into planting them in the flour. The cunning king asks Effendi to redeem himself by killing the fire phoenix, which often attacks the soldiers in the desert. Effendi and donkey set foot in the fire phoenix's territory. The fire phoenix excitedly ate all the nuts on the ground, and then its whole body became weak and passed out. It was caught by the iron net and actually shed a hot tear. Effendi let it go and it left a feather for Effendi. Because Effendi did not kill the fire phoenix, and the feather in his hand is dull, making people laugh. The king thinks Effendi is teasing him and orders Effendi to be executed. Suddenly, the feather bursts into flames and a fire phoenix lands above the town, the warmth and light of the fire illuminating the town. Everyone believed Effendi and the king had to let him go. The king again asked Effendi to wake up the ice princess on the top of the snowy mountain and bring her back as the queen. Effendi was blocked and the feather burned again to drill into the ice door, which instantly turned into ice and water. He finally meets the ice princess. When Princess Kagome learns that she is to marry the king, she pulls Effendi off a cliff and jumps off, and the donkey saves them by flapping his wings. Back at the palace, Princess Kagome refuses to marry the king, citing the lack of her grandmother's ring. The king tells Effendi to find the ring. Effendi flies over the sea on a burrow and is knocked down by a flock of seagulls. When the burrow yanks Effendi up again, the giant whale is then spotted and saved. To thank Effendi, the giant whale delivers a diamond ring, not realizing it is the ring the king is looking for. But Effendi has long been in love with the princess and decides to elope with her. Before the two can escape, they are captured. The king hits the donkey and the injured donkey falls from a great height. Next, at the entrance of the palace, soldiers push 3 huge iron pots. The first pot is filled with boiling hot water, the second with cold seawater, and the third with highly poisonous milk. Whoever can pass through the 3 pots will be granted eternal life. The king pushes Effendi down, the princess quickly drops her ring into the pot, and Effendi passes the first level. Then Effendi falls into the icy pot, he freezes, the feather rushes into the pot, and Effendi passes the second level. But when Effendi falls into the third pot, a glowing dandelion suddenly flies from the sky and falls into the pot. Instantly, Effendi is reborn in a bath like a fire phoenix. It turns out that the seriously injured donkey ran desperately to the end of the world to pick the only flower of life and death in this world. Upon seeing this, the king also got stuck in the pot, but was trapped in a bubble and floated away into the universe. Effendi becomes the new king and lives happily ever after with the princess.